Does Haaland disappear in the decisive games? Does Haaland disappear in the semi-final and final games? Let's talk about it. I'm making this video on Monday. On Saturday, Manchester City played Manchester United in the FA Cup final. United won 2-1, played better overall, took advantage of their chances and won, winning the FA Cup. City suffered this defeat in the last official match of the season. And once again, Haaland failed in a very important, very decisive game. The game was over. I was scared. Then, I opened social media and saw a festival of criticism. Haaland is this, Haaland is that, Haaland disappears in big games, and so on. Because once again, Haaland was not decisive, he did not score a goal, he did not provide an assist in a semi-final or final game. So, I decided to do some research before talking about this and made this list of Haaland's professional games in semi-finals and finals of tournaments for the clubs he played for. Molde, from Norway, Red Bull Salzburg, from Austria, Dortmund and Manchester City. The numbers are these: 14 games, 3 goals scored, 1 assist. His teams achieved 6 wins, 3 draws and 5 defeats. It starts back in 2017, in the Norwegian Cup semi-final, where his team lost 3-0 and he went blank. Then, for Red Bull Salzburg, he missed out in a rout. In the 2020 German Super Cup, Dortmund lost to Bayern Munich 3-2. Haaland scored a goal and provided an assist. In the 2021 German Cup final, Dortmund were champions, beating RB Leipzig 4-1, and Haaland scored 2 goals. Those were his only goals in semi-finals and finals. Afterwards, he passes blanks in all the following games: German Super Cup, 2022 English Super Cup, 2023 FA Cup semi-final, 2023 FA Cup final, Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid, Champions League final against Inter Milan, the UEFA Super Cup against Sevilla in 2023, the English Super Cup against Arsenal in 2023, and the defeat to United now in 2024. These are the game lists. I couldn't get the data for the Norwegian Cup or the Austrian Cup, so I looked up Haaland's games for Dortmund and City. The numbers are 12 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, all for Dortmund. 10 big missed chances, those one-on-one with the goalkeeper, with a conversion rate of 17%. Out of every 10 big chances, he scored 2, rounding up. Conversion of goals into total shots, 13%. Shots per match, 2. Goals per match, 1.17. Goal frequency, 1 goal every 336 minutes. That would be 1 goal every 4 games. Actions with the ball inside the area, 4.67 times per game. These are the numbers provided by the survey. Summary: it's not just a simple matter of goals and assists, but other indices show that Haaland left something to be desired in these decisive games. My assessment is this: Haaland is only 23 years old. We've been hearing about him for a long time, since he scored several goals in that game at the U20 World Cup against Honduras. I think it was 9 goals. So, it looks like he's already a veteran, but he's 23 years old. He is a player in the making. But he is already billed as a ready-made player. This is the error. But he was sold as a ready-made player. This is the error. This has already happened to other players, and will happen to others who emerge as protagonists of world football. They are young players, 22, 23, 24 years old. He needs to adapt to tougher marking in decisive games, where attention is doubled. It is clear that Haaland needs to appear more, read the game better, but it is also important to understand that he is a player in development. He needs to get used to being marked up close, moving more, making it easier to be used. Nobody leaves Haaland with space. They already know what he is capable of. These numbers are far below the average he imposed on himself. Those who want to simplify say that it popped or turned yellow, but I don't use those terms. Of course, his performance in big games is worse than we are used to. He needs to prepare, concentrate, move more, be less hasty. This is directly related to age. He needs to understand that no one will give him any more space. But the fact is that Haaland needs to improve these numbers and appear more in big games. Let's delve deeper into this analysis. Haaland, despite his enormous ability and already being considered one of the best strikers in the world, is still only 23 years old. This means he is at a stage of development where facing ups and downs is part of the process of growing as a player. Compared to more experienced players, he still has a lot to learn. especially in terms of adapting to different game situations, such as the intense pressure he faces in decisive matches. The issue of tight marking is crucial. In big games, defenses are more prepared and defenders know they cannot give Haaland space. They study your movements, your tendencies, and prepare to neutralize you. Therefore, Haaland needs to improve his movement ability to escape this marking. This involves not only moving more, but also learning to use your body and your game intelligence to create space where there appears to be none. Furthermore, mental preparation is essential. Great players manage to remain calm and focused even under intense pressure. Haaland must work on this aspect to prevent anxiety from affecting his performance at critical moments. Being less hasty means choosing better moments to finish, making colder and more calculated decisions, and not getting carried away by the urgency of scoring at any cost. Another important point is the need for Haaland to become more versatile. He needs to be a striker who offers different solutions for the team. He cannot rely solely on his strength and speed, but must improve skills such as passing, dribbling in short spaces, and reading the game to anticipate defenders. Additionally, interaction with the rest of the team is essential. He must work in harmony with his teammates to make it easier to be called upon. This may include improving your communication, better understanding teammates' movements, and adapting your positioning to create more passing options. Finally, it's important to remember that Haaland is on a natural learning curve. What we are seeing now are stages in the development of a great player. Many of football's biggest names also went through phases of adaptation and growth before reaching their peak in big games. So, as fans and analysts, we need to be patient and recognize that Haaland, like any young talent, will have ups and downs. He has already demonstrated his potential on numerous occasions and, over time, he is likely to become even more decisive in important games. Let us continue to follow his trajectory, supporting his development and waiting to see how he overcomes these challenges. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos.